and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey everybody, welcome to these episodes of Away with Words, the podcast. It's your girl Bree Stories.
It's AITA.
And it's MJM Kid.
I'll say not with a pause. I say these episodes because it's going to be a two-parter. So yeah, sometimes we figure that out in the middle of an episode, but every once in a while we figure it out way before. Why? Because my hair isn't done, and I'm not going through that shit twice.
Your hair looks great.
You're going to see this hair and this outfit. I'm not going to change my outfit and still not have my hair done. That's dumb. Okay?
Oh, I get it.
So that's why we're doing that this
Like I
week.
do all the time.
No. But you at least change the style, usually.
Not all the time.
Anywho.
Not all the time.
Anywho.
Same ponytail.
Anywho.
Shirt.
Today and next week's episode is inspired by the Reddit forum, Am I the Asshole? We're going to talk a little bit about assholeness, right? Before we do any of those things, a little bit of, just a couple of announcements that you should already be privy to. It's super dupes important that you rate and review us wherever it is that you're listening. Keep your 4, 3, 2, 1 stars. We don't need that. If you have some real critique for us, we would love to hear it in our email. But if you're going to leave us a rating, make it 5 stars or nothing, babe. 5 or nothing. Leave
5
it,
or nothing, babe.
Leave it on the playground. Also, make sure that you're reviewing, you're subscribed, you are leaving comments, you're being present. We talk all the time about how I come into a space and people are like, oh, I know all about your show. Crazy. You're never in the comments. You're never in the likes.
Never is a fool.
Just make yourself seen, babe. It's really important. We really appreciate it. In addition to that, make sure that you subscribe on yaymash.com for our newsletter. That's where me and Tati do the writings with our clickety-clacks. And I think that's it for right now. You want to break some ice?
So this week's icebreaker is dedicated to Usher and Super Bowl.
Thank God.
So, let's just recap.
Oh.
How we felt about Super Bowl.
Loaded icebreaker.
Usher's, mind
Damn
you,
it, Tati.
when did Super Bowl get announced that he was performing? This was like September?
Was it September?
Yeah,
Maybe
this was like
late
September,
October.
Yes. So,
Spring, summer.
Since that very moment, we here on this podcast have been talking about the anticipation of his tour.
And we didn't
knowing that he was going on tour and that just being a given. Yeah. So his tickets have now been on sale.
The things are happening.
So just how are you guys feeling in this resurgence of my man? Because I'm loving it. It actually makes me teary-eyed.
Tati, what is the question? That was so big. You talking about Super Bowl? We talking about
everything, anything.
Can we just?
What do you want? Okay, you want me
much.
to ask you a specific question?
Can we talk about halftime?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Starting with halftime. This will probably be the first episode. So starting with halftime, what was your most favorite moment?
Oh.
And then what were you most surprised about?
Who's going first?
Okay. I'm just spitballing.
Okay.
This might not be the real truth. But the first thing that popped in my mind when you said most favorite, I really loved when Her came out. I thought that was a brilliant use of her because
For
all
her,
of us,
just
anybody
technique.
that suspected her to come out, it was like, oh, they have a song together. It's on his new album.
Yes.
Maybe they'll do that. Da, da, da. But for her to come out doing the guitar solo on an iconic song and looking so fucking cute, she looked amazing.
She looked fantastic.
It also felt very I felt like Prince would be proud of her,
That's deep.
Yeah.
So that just made me feel good. I thought that was just such a huge moment for her. The girl has proven herself. She's out of there as far as us just looking at her as the star that she is.
Right.
And I just love that our OGs, the fucking Usher fucking Raymond, utilized her in such a cool way. Because it could have been so typical and so blah.
Absolutely.
But
You're
it was
right.
gorgeous. That was probably my favorite moment. My surprise was that will.i.am was not Kanye West. Thought it was Kanye when we first saw him.
You wanted it to be?
No.
I just saying you thought that's who he was.
I thought it was Kanye West. And I was like, that's edgy. That's the folks are going to.
I would have loved
The folks are going to call Usher names after this one. But then I was like, oh, that's not Kanye West. So I was surprised by that. Also, Jermaine Dupri's socks.
Everybody keeps talking about his damn socks. They were thick as fuck.
No,
Like
and they had
schoolgirl.
like baby doll.
Yeah, and they had pockets.
Schoolgirl.
Yeah, they were.
They had a little
Oh.
compartment for your
They
change.
did. It was very uncomfortable. I don't know what made.
I think they
him-
were Louis Vuitton.
And you know what's wilder
Yeah.
is that he doesn't dress like that.
It's weird.
He's not the.
Or I don't know. I don't
he's
know
not
what he
the
does.
experimental fashion
I
guy.
completely
know, maybe
agree.
So I've never seen it. Maybe he is like at home.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
But
like, I don't know.
and then
Maybe
he chose
maybe
the
Janet
Super
was
Bowl
like,
to be his moment.
maybe Janet was like, come on, live a little.
Are they back together?
I think
They're
they
friends.
Are,
They
low-key.
are
Oh,
friends.
I think
okay.
they low key are.
They're
Like
friends.
somebody was like,
Together
be who
is
you
crazy.
are
I
think
in
they're
the
like
house.
friends.
Like be your true self. Yeah,
I think
'cause
they're
I've
like
never seen who he
friends.
dressed like
You
Friends
know,
of Benz. Wow. It's a party
It's a
now.
party
And
now.
God was like, stop it. It's like, cut it out.
Okay.
Stop
We
it.
can have
cut
some
it
of the
out.
interns come grab that cup.
Some of the interns.
thank you.
I
I mean,
love it.
maybe refill it while you're up. No
yeah,
rush.
I think you should.
Anywho, though,
A splash.
it's just a splash.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna go next because I'm gonna say
Okay.
Tati for last.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Tati's
All on me.
yeah,
So
Tati is
my-
our resident like true Usher fan.
She
Oh my
is
God,
our
put this up for pressure on me.
resident Usher fan. So for me, shout out
That
to
sounded like
fucking.
corporate Aaron. Sorry,
I know, right?
I hate
I'm
it.
trying not to go there.
I hate it.
Shout out to fucking Candace fucking Savage. I can't even believe it.
Can I? Thank you so much.
Yes.
May I please for a second?
Go
Because
on.
I told you this already. When I first saw her, I literally looked around the room and I was like, oh, maybe I'm tweaking.
It's crazy.
I was like, I saw her, and then when nobody else in the room reacted, I was like, maybe that's not
Only,
her.
I didn't.
And then it wasn't until later where I was like, that was fucking Candy.
I didn't realize it because she had a hood on.
Yeah.
And I can tell when she
God.
has her hair
What a
out.
fucking gorgeous
Let
girl.
me tell y'all, during that performance, I was so in the zone.
Yeah.
And I was
Focused.
so quiet and didn't want to be bothered or
Yeah.
touched or looked at or anything. Like I couldn't see anything
Bothered,
outside of
touched,
Usher.
looked
Like
at.
I did not notice all the other things that happened around him until
Truly.
I watched it the next day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
when I realized
Locked
like
in.
what was happening. I was like, is that motherfucking Dance Candy?
Fucking
That's
dance
Dance
Candy.
Candy,
Like,
our
what,
girl from the Chi-Town.
That's
Like,
our girl. So yes,
Friend of the
continue.
show.
Friend of the pod.
Friend of the
man.
show.
Yes.
She's been here. Let's be clear.
She's reached. I don't know where she goes from here. Cause she's reached the top.
She just has to. I think
She's-
she's gonna be. I will hope that she's gonna be on the tour.
I think
That's-
so.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
want to talk about it.
Okay.
I don't know what she goes.
Is that okay?
Honestly, she's done everything and been with everybody. But
Ooh, you ain't gotta say it
also
like that.
for me, I really
Been with
enjoyed.
everybody. No.
I really enjoyed. Yeah, I think the beginning kind of always sets it for me.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like the dancers that was there. It felt very rehearsed, and I like when people.
Oof.
I like when everybody's been in rehearsal.
Be in
Everybody know where to go,
rehearsal.
especially in the field where like you're in grass.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
And it's just like all you can do is look at like whatever the marks on the
Yeah.
on the turf is, and the beginning always gets me going, and then of
Yeah.
course the skates. I don't know. It's too much stuff to talk about. Tati, just get to it. Just where are you at with it?
Yeah, tell us.
My favorite moment was probably definitely when they came out with the skates.
Yeah.
With the outfit change, with the blue and the black, because it was
Quick.
just very much so a cool moment.
Yeah.
Like this man is cool, y'all. Like he is smooth. Like he is untouchable. I definitely love that moment. It was a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
My most shocking moment was Dance Candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That to me was the biggest.
Because it's so close to home.
I was me and Michael were trying to talk about this yesterday, and I have a hard time even talking about it because it genuinely makes me emotional, and I can feel it in my eyes. Like I really
love that.
cannot.
Yeah.
That's just so close. That's so close.
Right next to 'em.
They're like a person that I
we've
know and
known.
have that I know and I have been
Yeah.
around that. You were this whole time while we were here talking about the
Talking
Super
about
Bowl and talking about the anticipation. Bitch, you were in rehearsals. Like, you were in rehearsals.
With
Y'all were
Usher.
having conversations. He was saying, like, okay, Candy, I need you to do it like this. And,
Yeah.
and not like this. Like,
Or
I
just
need
giving
you
him a
to-
hug before rehearsal starts,
like,
you know?
Like, you guys said the prayer
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
you guys went out. You
They
guys
said the
got in the
prayer.
circle.
You're
The
right.
prayer is
And,
iconic.
that's amazing.
It is.
That is truly
That's
amazing.
actually crazy.
I don't know where
astounding.
she's constantly working though.
You want to know something though? Obviously, like, shout out to fucking Candy. But I think about Candy, and I think about a couple of other people that we know. And like when I think about my, like I have older aunties, like my grandma's best friend, who we consider my aunt, who has always been around, and she'll like say little stories like, "Oh, my sister went on a date with one of the old days."
Right.
Like, you know, like one of those things. It's like this lore, but it's like there's no like evidence of it.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that she's lying, but you know what I'm saying. Like people have these like divisions of separation between people that are famous all the time. But we live in an era where it's like, no. Go back to this picture from middle school, high school. Go back to this episode of The Way We Were the podcast where she was here. This is who's on the fucking Super Bowl. Like, you know, like that's crazy to me.
It's crazy.
It's nuts. We live in a weird era. We're in the future.
We love you so much, Candace.
We love you so much.
It's
Come
really
back.
insane. It's really insane. She also, I believe, went to my school that I work at. As a student. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because one of my favorite coworkers,
yes.
yeah, like knows her too, her as well, and her daughter is a dancer. So it's like it's crazy. It's crazy.
The divisions of separation is so close.
Also,
as well.
So me and Michael, so tickets dropped.
Yes.
The tour is on sale. I am currently trying to figure out how to go 2 times. Trying to figure out how to make that happen.
I meant to tell y'all that earlier.
Atlanta?
I am. He has 5 shows in Atlanta.
Woo.
5, yeah.
So
that's a lot.
Crazy.
That's a lot.
I can't go on that first weekend because it's my 10-year reunion homecoming. But after that,
I'm trying to figure out how to. I was trying to find like a low key space.
Yeah,
like I was trying to find like a drivable.
Unless somebody pays
like
for
I
it.
was looking at like St. Louis, Detroit, Minneapolis. Like I was trying to find one of those type of spots. I'm also trying to make it like as cheap as possible.
Yeah.
And I also. No, I'm not gonna say that.
So many things.
But
you can go stay with Jasmine. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Atlanta.
Detroit.
Oh, Detroit.
Yeah.
I was like, she's not in Atlanta.
The frenzy that was buying tickets.
I don't like that. I don't like that. That's the era that we're in as a people.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
We used to be a proper country. I used to go down to the Carson's Perry Scott.
Oh yeah.
Down at the mall
and go in store and
I
be
used
like,
to
select where you wanted to sit.
I used to skip school on a Friday and get there at 8 a.m. and just stand in my little line, and that was the most.
Yes.
No one was fighting. Yeah. There were no screens.
I remember that for preschool.
I went up there and they would have a little paper. They would show me this is where that's set on a paper. They would be like, yep, it's set right there. These tickets are for these seats. And I would be like, okay.
Can you imagine each department store like doing
that's how I bought
that?
Beyonce tickets back in some time.
The mad dash and the frenzy that we are in now is way too much. It's not much. I actually don't even think about it that much because it's not my job. It's Michael's. And whenever concerts come up, we're all just like, so we'll send you our money.
Okay, so wait. So Tati
she stepped up to the
got
plate
our
this time.
tickets for
I
Usher,
did.
and she was going insane.
And
I was handle it.
And it was very unprepared.
Only because I didn't know that it was coming out on that Friday.
So pre-sale happened on a Friday. General sale happened on a Monday. In my mind, I thought we were aligned in saying we were buying our tickets on Monday.
Got it.
I get a text like, Tati, what the fuck? I didn't know tickets were on sale today.
I said those exact
and
words.
I'm like, yeah, it's pre-sale, whatever. And I could just tell by how he was talking. I was like, okay, no, he wants these tickets. And I'm like, he wants these tickets.
I'm gonna tell you why I felt like that way
today.
because we both got text messages giving us the code to get in the pre-sale. So I'm like, well, why wouldn't we do it?
I literally was not concerned with any of it. I had got the text. I'm like, yeah, that's that pre-sale, and just put my phone back in my pocket.
She's crazy now, right?
I'm like, because I just in my mind, I'm like, we're buying tickets on Monday.
Driving to work.
Michael was like,
well, do it.
He was like, I'm gonna look. I'm waiting in the waiting room, and I'm just like, mind you, I'm sitting in a meeting, and I was like, well, I'll just pull it up on my laptop and just let it do its thing.
Yeah.
Out of fucking nowhere, like while me and Michael are texting, and he's like, I don't see anything, like nothing's here. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna look at a different day. And I went to Halloween, and it just popped up. Like all of a sudden, like I had 2 tickets. It was a 7-minute countdown. I was like,
she was going
like,
crazy.
Oh shit! I had to leave the meeting, call Michael, left my purse. I don't know my card number by heart. So now I'm like, okay, I have to transfer the money to my Cash App. I was literally shaking, guys.
She was going through
in
it.
a real. Like it was just so. I don't like it.
That for us.
I don't like it. I would
hate
never.
it.
It's way too much stress. It's way too much pressure. And then I had to go back to the meeting. Like once I was done. once it was done and the tickets were secured, it was like, okay, now go back to work. I was like,
Ticketmaster is the asshole.
Way too much, but I'm happy that it's done and out the way, and now we're focused on
just kick your feet up.
Stories getting her ticket.
I know,
and
we're
focused on, and I'm focused
because
on
I was so focused on my
ticket.
birthday. I spent so much fucking money for my birthday,
which makes sense, as you should.
Does it? No, it's fine.
Yeah,
no, it's fine. I'm gonna get them, but now I'm like looking around. I'm kind of like, maybe I want you to. Maybe I'll take a little trip. Yeah. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I
love that. Last question.
Oh.
Which has been the discussion online since his show.
Well, what is it? Because it might be what I was going to do. Go ahead.
Greatest halftime performance of all time.
Oh, okay.
Give me 3.
Oh.
Because the conversation has been, from what I've been hearing, is that people are, which I'm down for, putting Usher like at 1. Like the only person that people are saying that they would put before him is Prince. That has been the conversation.
I was going to say Prince.
That's right. That's been the conversation.
I want to say something about Michael Jackson.
So,
do you want me to say something about Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson was the first, and I don't think that makes him the best. However, I think that what Michael Jackson did at the halftime show was show that he was Michael Jackson, but that does not make that halftime performance the best performance, because he spent the first minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Standing there,
just letting them motherfuckers lose their minds, and that's iconic.
As he should.
That's iconic. And for it to be the first halftime show, iconic, amazing. Like, and considering the fact that like the NFL is like this white ass corporation when it really boils down to it, and the whole reason why they had a halftime show is because of In Living Color, and In Living Color premiered their show during the halftime of the football series, and it brought everybody's attention to that. Like, all of the ratings went over there. Yeah. So they were like, oh, we got to do something big. And for their big was the big Michael fucking Jackson. That's Black history. That's amazing. I will never take that away from him. But does that mean... I'm just saying that because I've been hearing a lot about that. The girls are like, Michael Jackson, I get it, but like, best is crazy to me. But also, I wasn't there. It was 93. I was 1.
I get it why people would say it's Michael, because I remember Jay-Z doing an interview one time and somebody was asking him what is his best album. And he listed what are all the albums that would be in the ranking, you know, like he listed, he said like Black Album, Magna Carta, Holy Grail, Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint. But he was like, but to say which one is the best, he was like, you can't get those moments in time back. And he was like, and the best is about how people were feeling in that moment. The moment you created. I don't think
that is the best because I wasn't there.
That's what I'm like, so the moment that people experienced seeing Michael on that stage, whether they were there in person or at home, is a moment that you cannot get back. So to tell people moving forward and then be like, oh no, like Usher was the best or Beyonce was the best, and they're looking like, baby, like, you don't know what the fuck was going on. You know, like, you can't recreate those moments for people.
So
because they had their time.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I mean for me. And I understand why people say that. And I envy. I tell my mama all the time that my mama and my mother, her mother and me, we're 20 years apart from each other. Right. My mama is 20 years apart from her mom. I'm 20 years apart from her. And I always say, to be born in 71 or 51, like, 51 is a little questionable, but like, to be a teenager in the 60s, in the, like, a young hot bitch, in the, a young hot 20s, in the, bitch, in the 70s, I always be like, that shit had to be fucking lit. Same for my mama. To be a young hot bitch in the, as hip-hop is emerging, that had to be fucking lit. But, like, I have like an admiration for the time, but
you're a hot young bitch in the 2000s. What the fuck?
No, I'm just kidding. No, Earth is trash. But I think I have an admiration for those times, but like I wasn't there.
So
you know
for
what I'm saying?
Us, let's talk about
for
us.
It's Prince.
Okay.
And honestly, because at first I was going back and forth about Beyonce's solo.
Yeah, solo. Yeah, but 2013.
I prefer.
Tell me.
Her Coldplay. Like when Coldplay was the headliner and brought out Bruno Mars and Beyonce, that was
literally iconic.
Because like everything around it, but that's exactly what you were saying. It was about the moment in time and what you remember about it. Everything around that moment, like she just dropped this fucking song, Formation. What the fuck is this?
24 hours
She
ago.
fucking comes out in this fucking militant Black Panther.
We don't know shit.
What's happening? She's dancing. She looks good. She's giving us that era. She like
the era was starting.
It's like all of this shit is happening.
The song. She dropped the video.
Iconic.
Performed at Super Bowl, and then it was we're going to
the Formation World Tour.
World Tour.
No, the Lemonade. Oh wait, what did you say?
World Tour got announced after Super Bowl.
Right, and then we got Lemonade that April.
Yeah, and we got
crazy. Like just like an era of time that we'll never get back. But here's the thing, though. Honorable mention for me though is that fucking West Coast shit when Dr. Dre brought out Mary J. Blige and Eminem, and 50 Cent.
I love that you love that.
It was
like I love that you love.
It's
that.
just like.
I get it.
It was a moment. It was exciting.
Absolutely.
I love that Super Bowl for what it is. I love that hip hop would be given that stage.
Yeah,
you know, like I loved that all these people around the world had to sit and listen and had to watch Snoop Dogg crip walk across the stage in a fucking bandana blue jogging suit.
Great.
Yeah,
like you know, like I do love
culture.
that. Yeah, like I loved that for
us.
Yes, I love that for us.
Yeah.
As far as like,
best. No, truly. That's why I said honorable mention, just because of the moment that it was.
Yeah, that was a time.
But no, as far as if we're talking performance, okay, wait. So now I have to backtrack because if we're talking performance, it is Beyonce solo. It's Beyonce. It's Beyonce solo. It's Usher, and it's Prince for me.
Got it.
As far as like a well-rounded, this is a show.
Yeah.
Even though I loved Usher's show, but I was really upset with how fast-paced it was. It was too quick.
I feel like it was too quick.
Every song was like 2 seconds.
He was trying to squeeze as much as he could.
And I mean,
I agree.
I was surprised by 2 songs.
For it to be that way, though, he executed it perfectly.
Yeah, he did.
Executed it greatly.
No,
but I still was kind of like,
I agree.
I wish it wasn't that way.
Like that. My only critique, if that could even be a thing, for him. What is that though? That everything was so fast because he was, I guess, because they made their set list and decided what the songs were that they wanted you to hear. You didn't get to necessarily vibe with anything. Yeah, everything was.
That's
just
why I kept being like, when we were watching it all together, I kept being like, shh, because I'm like, he's not staying there, y'all. We're all singing, like,
and we all trying to figure out how many songs we got on our list.
Yeah, it was a lot going on. But I feel like they used that platform for him as a true celebration of his trajectory as an artist.
Absolutely.
And for you to do something like that with someone that iconic,
Another thing that from the beginning question when it was about like favorite moments from the show, I loved Loving This Club when he did his little like Kappa, little like walk and stuff.
Yeah,
like I loved that. I don't know, but it was smooth and I loved it.
I don't know.
I loved it.
The thing is,
I just don't like
it.
I just.
Oh, you don't like frat? See, I like
no shade.
I like black culture. Yeah. And I love the culture around it. I loved that almost like the same feel that he gave when Beyonce did, like, you know, when she did her like college show experience. Like I just love seeing those things brought to a main stage. Like to a main, like I'm just showing homage to a piece of our culture that people might not have gotten to see on another day. So I did love seeing that. And we definitely, I know, like in our friend group went to a time where we were like Kappa crazy. Like we had a time.
Not me, y'all.
You weren't around at that time.
Good.
But I'm like, we went through a time when we were in college, when we were getting introduced to truly what like frats and fraternities were, because we were at Columbia, we didn't have that, and like our friend, like he was getting into it, so we were just like, we were watching stuff on YouTube. Like we definitely went through a little like rabbit hole of like, oh my god, like this is crazy, like this is amazing. So
that's so cute.
I did love seeing that.
Wait,
Michael, I want you to go next.
That too. Why did I?
About the Kappa thing?
No, about. Shoot.
I want your favorite performances.
Yeah.
Before I give
that's
mine.
That's what it was. Okay, so mine. I'm gonna only speak on the ones that I watch often. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
true.
Okay.
I'm a person, everyone who knows me very well, I like production. I like everything to go smoothly. I like staging, lighting, dancing, costumes. So I will actually put Usher in my top 3.
Okay.
I've been watching it ever since it's been on television.
Yeah.
I fucking loved
I
love Shakira and J Lo's
I knew you were gonna say that.
It was so. Can you imagine 2 artists like merging their shit, and then it just didn't stop, and then everyone had a part. Like you couldn't mess up at all if you really watched it in detail.
Yeah, no, truly.
I love J Lo and Shakira and my girl Beyonce 2013.
Yep.
Even though I really do honorable mention, I will say Bruno Mars and Beyonce was fantastic.
It
was
such
a shock.
Moment.
It was more shock than anything.
Yeah.
Because we kept hearing that she might be there. And then she showed up on screen, so it was like, and I wasn't with anybody
you weren't
except
with us. We were not
who I was
together.
with at the time, and like I was going crazy by myself.
Yeah.
Like he was like, "Oh, this is nice." I was in California.
No.
I was in California.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Why would you do that to us? We should have all came here.
It was
anyways.
right before your birthday.
We should have all gotten
right
together.
and
It was in
came
February,
here
and I came back
anyways.
home in May.
No, it was right before we went to Vegas for your birthday. Because when we went to Vegas, then we got home and Lemonade dropped literally that night.
Yeah, right. And then we came. We watched Lemonade. Oh, but you went home.
Yeah, but you were with Aja and Alex.
Oh, Aja and Alex were with
I
me.
watched it when I got home that night and it was out.
Right. Yes.
That's crazy.
And then literally 2 weeks later, me, Aja, and Alex moved in together in your brother's
Too
house.
much.
It was too much.
Too much going
That's
on.
crazy.
It was such a time. It was such a moment. Prince passed away. It was
Oh.
such a moment. That was a moment in time.
We all called our parents.
All of us called our parents.
My mother
Distraught.
would not talk to me.
My dad was like,
She didn't.
I'm all right.
I had
That's
called
the only word he
her.
had.
I was on the phone with my dad actually, and I was like
is
on the phone with him, but
crazy.
looking at my phone at the same time. And like I'm hearing him talk, but I was paying attention to my phone, and I was like, I think Prince died. And my dad's like, what? And then he looked it up and he was like, oh shit, like he did. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, I gotta call my mom. My mom didn't talk to me the whole day. She never texted me back, never called me back.
She couldn't do it.
Yeah,
her body couldn't even move to
she did
even
not talk.
address anybody.
She didn't call me until the next day. Because towards the end of the night, I started getting like, okay, but you do got my baby. I understand. I was like,
I don't know if everything is
as
okay.
the night was going on,
we're grieving.
I was like, I get it.
But you have a
However,
child.
because we were also moving. Mind you, we
Yeah.
were moving to Matson, like at that time. So like when I left, we started packing and moving that very next day.
Right.
So it was like
What
so
a
much
wild
happening.
time in life.
So I'm like, baby, you gotta answer the phone. I was like, you gotta tell me what's
That's
going
why
on,
you
right?
gotta-
I'm like, just let me know she's alive and everything's
I
good.
can't even imagine my favorite artist passed away.
It was crazy.
Let's move on,
Nope.
please. Let's move on.
So
Like,
my
don't call me.
favorite performances are Usher,
Just say Usher first because we know.
Usher, Beyonce,
Which one?
2013.
Okay.
Okay.
Prince,
You
and
said 3.
Yeah, she's wild.
those are the 3. I said 3.
Oh, you saying?
And I was about to
mention?
say honorable mention.
Okay, I did do
Yeah,
honorable
I
mention.
was like, what? Y'all gonna beat
Oh,
my
like you did
ass?
3.
We say, what the fuck?
No, go ahead.
I'm like, but my honorable mention would actually be Rihanna.
Yeah,
Like,
so good.
I was
honestly-
sitting here thinking that this
Honestly,
whole
it was
time.
great.
I think that
It was
we
great.
were let down by her specifically, like her performance, like
Yeah.
and
she's
realizing,
pregnant, she's
yeah,
tired.
that like she wasn't dancing a lot and doing a lot of the
But
moves.
everything
But
was
if you looked at the
flawless.
show,
The
It was
production?
flawless.
the dancing, the like
I still
the
watch
the
that.
smoothness in which
I
they
watch it
went
every
to
day.
like every song, like that Super Bowl performance
And
was like
risks were
flawless.
taken.
It was flawless. It was
Being in the
seamless.
sky?
Even the decisions for like everybody being in white, her being in red, like
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
The
and
stage was red.
Mind
It
you,
was gorgeous.
Rihanna don't got to do much because she looks so
She's
fucking flawless.
fucking fine.
When her face comes on the screen,
That's
it
it.
automatic. I
Look, we
remember
go
when it
nuts.
started and they did a close up on her face. We were just like, this
Well,
woman is
we've seen it.
gorgeous.
Well, we've
like
seen it. It's done.
it doesn't take much.
Yeah.
You just need a penetrating stare, a red lip. You got it. You got it. So
And she gave us a hot little flex with her Fenty Beauty.
yeah,
it's
she
like a
did.
toot, toot,
Uh-huh.
Girl, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
that was a smooth show.
Yeah.
I know the whole show by heart.
That
Oh,
show was a
God.
very smooth transition. Like That was, I loved that show.
Yeah, it was great. You're right.
So that would definitely be my honorable mention.
So we're done with the Super Bowl talk because we can talk about it for hours.
Okay,
I told you what it was.
Let's check in.
Yeah, we gotta check in.
Physically, Michael was right. I do have to pee, but I'm an adult.
Yeah, I'll have to pee too soon.
I knew it.
Okay. Emotionally, I feel. Maybe I don't feel anything emotionally.
I hear you, girl.
That can't be true. My attention is currently on. My intention is currently on. I'm just trying to stay positive. I'm such a bitch these days.
Like as in weak or as in mean?
To people
both.
or to yourself?
Both.
Oh, okay, got it.
And to myself more than anything.
Okay.
And I'm just like kind of annoyed with it, which I guess is a good thing because like you really don't make changes with yourself until you're tired of the same shit, you know? Like anybody can tell you like, oh, you try this, do this. Like I've been on the other side of that. I've been the positive Patty, like think of it this way. But like nothing's going to change until you're like, girl, literally, I'm so sick of the same narrative in my head, just like being over everything and complaining about everything. Like shut the fuck up, girl. Do something about it or piss or get off the fucking pot, girl. That's where I'm at. And spiritually, I feel like that. I feel like I'm being called to piss or get off the pot. Yeah. And getting off the pot means like, you know, dying. So I gotta do something.
No dying.
Yeah, you gotta do something. I mean, that's life, guys.
Like dying that part of you.
Yeah, you either grow, like when you stop growing, you're dead. You're gonna.
Yeah, for sure. No, yes, I understand now.
Okay. So it's time to do stuff. Also, happy birthday to my grandpa.
Oh, happy birthday, Grandpa.
Today, not by the time y'all are seeing this. His
Okay.
birthday is 17th.
Okay. I don't have a ring on.
If they can see this.
Okay. I said, all right.
Physically, I am hot.
Sexy.
I'm hot, like sweaty-wise hot. I feel hot. I feel warm. Emotionally, I feel terrible. Talk about a bad fucking day.
Today?
This is,
It
is just not my day. Like, I'm on edge. Like, I can tell that, like, small things, my reaction is like I'll fight. I'm willing. Like, I'm willing and I'm ready because of, it's just not my day. I'm not in the mood. And I really don't know why. Because, mind you, work on Friday was definitely like the Twilight Zone. It was a very weird day. It was a very exhausting day. So, I don't know if it's stemming from that, from the exhaustion that work created on Friday, but I'm just pissed. My attention is on Jamaica. I am ready to go on vacation. March 8th.
March 8th. Oh, it's the beginning of March. Got it.
Yes, March 8th. Yes. So I'm so ready to go. I'm so ready to just have a breather and relax and just have a different scenery. Like, you really need that. You really need to just, I have to just see something different for a second to recharge.
That's why I always travel.
And you said what?
That's why I always travel. I want to see something different.
That's why I always
see
travel.
something different.
See something different is right.
Yeah.
Guys.
I was going to ask you, never mind. Nope, I can't.
Is it inappropriate?
It is. And also because it's Tati. Tati's going to be like, no, I don't do that.
Oh, ask me so I can say no.
Does she get nasty on vacations?
Do you ever plug your nose while you're sucking dick?
Why?
Or have him plug your nose? So
what is that?
I'm going to try it.
But what does that do?
It's just so you can't breathe.
But what does that do? That's like a turn, like that. Like that excites you
for
to not
the person.
be able.
Yeah, it's like I'm willing to die for this dick.
Oh,
like I don't have to
yeah,
breathe.
definitely.
I'm sorry. What are we doing?
No, I wouldn't be like that.
We're doing what we do.
Michael said,
we do what we do.
100%.
No.
Let's try it, Tati.
That's what I thought. Like when you were talking about, like I can't wait to get to Jamaica, and I thought you were gonna like list things, and the first thing that popped in my head was like, plug your nose while you suck.
No, I'm definitely ready to be not that. I'm definitely ready to like just be like sexy for my man and just have all the vibe. Like I am ready for that. However,
So
I don't see the appeal in not breathing. But
because it's about the sacrifice. I'm willing to die for your pleasure.
I'm not.
But you're not actually gonna die. That's why
you have to feel that in your soul.
That's why you only do it with people that you trust that don't want you to die.
Like, just not let your nose go. Like, you could just be sitting there really suffocating.
Until, like, you really just can't take it no more. I agree with you, babe.
I don't know. Do you still perform
don't see no
at a high level?
No,
when your
at that point, I'm not performing. It's just...
Okay. So, it's not...
I haven't even, like...
It's nasty in here.
Okay. No, so I needed clarity about what's actually happening.
So like, maybe
if your nose is being held...
They're fucking your mouth.
Okay.
So you don't have to, like...
So you're not actually sucking.
You're not expected to, like,
performing.
do stuff. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Tongue out, just... I'm sorry, this is awful.
Okay.
It's perfect.
And then they hold your
Don't
nose
hold back.
just because it's hot.
I'm
they
still
hold
not
your nose.
interested,
You're not
but
holding your nose.
No.
that makes more
Your
sense.
hands are, you're flailing in the
I
wind.
thought you were still trying to perform at, like,
You
your
can do
highest
this.
level.
No.
Like, and just not
holding
breathing.
your nose.
Can you do
Okay.
this while the nose is being held?
For
How about
sure.
can you? Who's going to stop
And
you?
even...
Right.
Are you
Who gonna
allowed
stop
to?
me?
Are you
And
allowed to
even
move your
this.
hands?
Yeah, you. Woo! It's hot in here.
These girls.
I'm a girl.
I'm a girl. Oh, I'm a girl.
When you enter
Baddies.
these conversations,
Baddies.
I feel it.
Yeah, it is.
Baddies
you
RP.
be so
You said,
ready.
"Oh, I'm a girl. I'm a
I'm-
girl." Do you just get up and start fighting?
I'm down
That
for
would be
the
hilarious.
Stuff. Look, I'm down for all that.
Speaking of baddies, I don't watch that show, but I did
neither.
I guess it was during the Super Bowl. I did go up and watch a little bit with Aja and
Because
Tyrone.
Aja turned it on my damn TV.
Yeah.
You
weren't
hated
supposed
her
to
for
watch
that.
that day.
I thought it was pretty interesting.
There's a new show coming on called Bad and Bougie or something like that, or Bougie.
Probably.
Something. It's
Oh,
in
probably on
Atlanta.
Now That's
It's like
TV. Is it on
Atlanta
Zeus?
girls.
I think it's on
And
Now That's
maybe
TV.
We.
Oh, I don't
We?
know about that. We is cable. I don't
Oh
think
yeah,
it's
they're
on
not
it.
finna
It's
get
something
It ain't gonna be that
If
good,
it's on
babe.
It's
cable,
something
they're not
in
getting
Bougie.
busy.
It's all black girls.
They're not getting
and
busy on
it's
there.
all like mind you, I
They're
don't
not
know
rumbling.
because I don't know enough about the
Yeah, me
things.
neither.
But I'm assuming from what it sounded like that it's more of like, like Instagram girls, like just like socialites.
Ugh.
And just
Sorry.
yeah. Remember when
shout out
Memphis
to that.
tried to put out that show?
Who?
Memphis. Back in
Who's
the
that?
day. Memphis?
Who is that?
A producer, right?
The one that beat up
Yeah.
K. Michelle. That was
What?
married to Toya.
Yeah, he abused Kent.
Who's Toya?
Little
Lil
Wayne's
Wayne's
baby
wife,
mama.
small
Well, ex-wife. Regine's mama.
Okay, I know her.
Toya. Remember she was married
No,
before?
not to Lil Wayne.
Not to Lil Wayne.
To
After Lil
someone
Wayne.
named Memphis.
Yes.
I don't know that
That,
person.
which is the same person that K. Michelle has accused of
Beating her
abuse,
up.
like in the past.
Okay.
Like before she married him, this was like past. Before Toya met him.
Before Toya.
This was in K. Michelle's like coming up, like before we even wholly knew who K. Michelle was. This was like her beginning days.
Okay.
Yeah.
He apparently was like, she was like on his label or he was managing her or something. And she says that
Oh,
like he beat her
abused
ass
her.
because they was fucking.
Oh,
And,
God. Oh, no.
but anyways, Memphis tried to put out a show that was about like mistresses. It was like a Mistresses of Atlanta kind of
The
show.
side chicks
So
of
it was like,
Atlanta.
yeah, it was something like that. Like, so it was literally like girls that had been like kind of known in the streets for just like,
Have you seen that
fucking
woman on
niggas.
TikTok who did that? You know that trend where they're like, "I'm a da da da, I blah 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 blah."
Of course I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, "I'm a side chick." Of course. Have you seen that girl? She's light skinned, got light eyes that probably aren't hers.
Is
No?
she pretty?
You will have to show it to me.
She's a child of God, I'm sure. You know.
Okay.
We
You
all
have to,
are
you
She's
will have
black?
to show it to
beautiful.
me.
Yeah.
She's black? Oh, okay.
I mean, she appears to be.
Mm-hmm.
I just was, everything isn't for everyone.
What did she say? She said, I'm a side chick.
She
Of
said
course I
some
would.
dumb shit.
Just lots of things.
Oh, she said
I
a
was
lot
just
of stuff.
stuck on
Okay.
the pride and I don't know, just the
Mhm.
which I guess if you're gonna do anything, of course, maybe you should have a sense of pride. But it's certain things that I'm like, y'all will never get me to talk about that out loud.
Gotcha.
Y'all will never, like, if I ever did some shit like that, y'all would never get me to be like on TV, on the reality shows, on TikTok, talking about, yeah, like, it was just, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
No judges, but I mean, clearly judges, but anywho.
Not clearly judges.
So.
Michael,
Oh, wait,
no.
Michael, please.
didn't go.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Michael.
Spiritually,
Oh, yes.
I feel... Spiritually, I just feel very aware.
Okay.
I feel very aware
Awareness
of
is
all
important.
things happening around me, whether they be good, whether they be bad. I feel hyper aware. Which is why I'm in a bad mood today. I feel hyper aware
feel
of
everything.
my feelings or my state of mind today. Like, I just feel like I'm super sensitive today. Like, I'm just very aware.
Got it.
You want me to check in?
It's your turn.
I guess I haven't checked in yet.
No, you have not. You sure haven't?
Physically,
look at my kitty cat.
it just feels. I feel things here.
Yeah,
in this space.
it's tight.
Cause I have a friend that's in town.
In a ponytail.
He is asleep because he took too many shots.
Yeah, I'm actually so disappointed in him.
He literally went to sleep as soon as we started.
He's ridiculous.
Like,
so because of him, I feel this way. Emotionally, it's been a roller coaster actually. Today's feel good. Today feels really good, and yesterday felt good. I think I'm a little exhausted. I think after this,
you ought to be. What the fuck?
I have to keep going for the rest of the week.
I should have brought you a Red Bull.
Dang it, I don't do none of that caffeine.
I was just looking at your Red Bull.
This doesn't even do anything for me.
Doesn't do a thing.
Doesn't do a thing.
So
Red Bulls don't do a
thing.
I just stopped drinking them because I was like, I'm addicted to them for the taste.
It tastes good.
And the habit.
And it goes great with tequila.
Like, I just created a habit for it. But I had to stop drinking it because I was like, but it's not waking you up. Like, when you're actually tired, you're not benefiting from this. So I
have Red Bull as like a treat.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like the same as like if I want like Coke. I'm like, I'm going to have a little sugary drink. Coca-Cola?
Yeah, I was like, when you was like, same as if I want Coke, I was like,
no, Coca-Cola. No, like,
I gotta make sure we clarify in these streets.
If I'm like, I want something sweet, I'm gonna go get a strawberry shake. Like, and I'm like, no,
No, Red Bulls have the best flavors and
Red
stuff
Bull
too.
tastes so
they
good.
have so many flavors.
Oh, I don't do all the flavors.
I love the flavors.
I like the original.
I like coconut.
I
love the coconut flavor, and I love the watermelon flavor.
I was about to make that very.
And I love the June berry flavor.
Surfboard.
Really bad.
I hate coconut. Please continue, Michael.
So
your attention.
Did you just say blueberry is your favorite?
Say it again.
I'm sorry, that you didn't say that, but I heard somebody say blueberry is my favorite, and I was like, it's
the
weakest flavor. Keep going.
Okay, we'll talk about it after.
I'm at your head.
I've also been extremely aroused.
Oh, physically.
Past couple weeks. Yeah, nice. I'm going back to physically for that.
So. I said,
don't even know how to do.
Oh, that's also emotional.
It's very emotional.
It's very emotional.
So yeah, my intention is on. I'm also going to Jamaica too, Tati. I'm excited for it.
Yours is some time away.
It's a little more time, but I'm thinking about it.
But I'm thinking about it.
It's on my mind.
It's happening. I'm excited.
So I'm excited for that.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for all these concerts.
I'm not going to Jamaica.
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go see S Club 7 in a couple of days.
You don't know.
You're right.
S Club.
You're going to S Club 7?
I'm going to S Club's concert, I think. I haven't bought a ticket yet.
I'm going to say, we haven't.
How much are the tickets?
I don't know. I think they're fairly cheap, but I don't.
I'm also interested in going to see
Rosemont.
Justin Timberlake. Actually,
we can definitely.
I'm
go see
actually
Justin
interested
Timberlake.
in that because I like the song. I do like the new single.
I don't want to pressure nobody to go see S Club.
I like
with me,
Selfish.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to what?
Pressure.
We already talked about going to S Club.
What do you mean pressure?
But it's just like, do y'all really want to go?
I mean, like, I know I'm not.
I really wouldn't care
like you, but I would
That's
go
why I
there
said,
and get my
how
life.
much are the tickets?
And I'll have to tell you.
True.
I'll tell you.
Because I would totally
Yeah,
go
I would
to
go.
go.
Vibe.
Yeah, like I would go to kick it.
It's Thursday.
And I do know some of their songs, so it's not like.
Now, if you really want to get me going, as far as like nostalgia, let's get a Cheetah Girls reunion going. Let's just do it.
They downloaded that whole album just came out the other day?
I saw. Let's get Cheetah Girls and let's have 3LW open. I'm just saying.
So they just never stop.
Yeah, so Adrian and Keely, strap up your boots.
Yeah, because you're performing,
you're working
babe.
all night.
They would love that.
I
would hate
would
that.
Keely and Sabrina would do it in a heartbeat because they're best friends.
No one gets along with Keely. I'm sorry to tell y'all.
Sabrina
and
Sabrina and Keely are best friends. They've been at each other's weddings. Like, they're best friends.
Okay.
He hates that.
But look, I'm in the industry. I know the deep stuff.
No, he said it like he knows something you don't.
Yeah,
He's like, you think that. But
yeah,
they,
just
like I'm going to let you have it. Okay.
Like, yeah.
I could not believe that Sex Was Spectacular was a song.
Stop talking about it. Move on. No, I don't want to hear that. Fun fact, Keely was my favorite member in 3LW as well as my favorite when Cheetah Girls came out. Like, I loved Aqua.
Interesting.
I really loved Keely.
I love that, though. You always root for the underdog.
She wasn't an underdog. underdog.
She was the underdog, babe.
And 3LW, she was not the underdog.
She wasn't.
She was like the main. That she was always like
she
one
wasn't
of the main.
She was
Yeah,
the
but
She was like the main one. She did all the dance breaks.
Notori
She
was the
was
underdog.
always like they treated not like she
Everybody
wasn't.
in 3LW was pretty equal.
Adrian
I don't
sang
know.
more.
I think they
Adrian got more.
treated-
Adrian got more attention.
I think Adrian
I listened to
and
3LW's
Keely.
albums, and they
Ooh.
Notori used to have verses, babe.
Right, I'm saying no. She was
Like-
not the underdog voice wise. I'm talking about
She's
she
the
was
underdog
she was the
voice-wise.
underdog when they would put out visuals, like when they were like going somewhere. Like she
Totally
was the
agree.
least promoted. Like she was
Who,
the
Keely?
least. No, Notori.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like I was because
No,
you were
I'm
like
saying
I always
Keely's the
root-
underdog voice-wise. Like,
right,
she
but you
didn't-
were saying
okay,
I always
okay,
root for
okay.
the underdog.
Yeah,
but
that's
as a
what I
kid,
meant. I
She
see
was
that.
Keely
voice-wise,
was on the
she was.
forefront.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
She
Keely
was
wasn't.
underdog voice wise.
Yeah.
voice wise she was, but she was on the forefront
Which is
as
crazy
far as
'cause
like
Keely
visuals.
can sing.
So
I think all of them.
I
are
mean,
great.
she can sing.
Yeah, like,
she was
Keely
just the
can sing.
weakest of the three.
It's crazy because, like, as a big 3LW fan, I didn't know Keely could sing until a long time.
Baby, because let me tell you, when
Because
they did that
they
little
did her
show,
dirty.
that they came back when they had tried to bring all the
Not
the girls
Encore.
back to
The
make that
girls
was
group-
encore.
Oh,
It
it's
was
called
Encore,
Encore?
yeah.
Yes, those songs they put out were good.
I listen
like
to them daily.
those
Not daily.
songs,
I listen to them all the time.
those were good songs, but it was only who lasted. It was only Keely, the twins, and
Old
somebody
girl
from
702.
Total.
The twins from Cherish?
Yeah, the twins
Yeah.
from Cherish.
The twins from Cherish, somebody from 702,
What's
and
the
then the
episode
girl
is?
from Total. Then
Going in all
What
types
girl
of
from Total?
wasn't that girl from Total on
The
there?
girl
She-
from
the one
Total
that was
should have been on
gospel?
there. She's so much
The one
older
that
than
was
them.
like
She still left.
the one that was like tough.
She did one song. She was gone. She didn't like it no more.
But she was there,
I
like when
know
they did
her
the big
name.
performance.
It was 6 of them. Yeah.
at
yeah.
the
I
end,
know her
right? She
name.
was there.
What's the girl's name that was in 702? Oh no,
Mm.
Black. I'm sorry, Black.
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 I don't know.
I can't remember her name. I can't remember none of their
Damn it.
names. And that's actually
New
such a
edition.
shame. Anywho, so
This is a long episode.
yeah, no.
I told y'all Usher was
this
episode 1.
conversation, This episode is going nowhere that I wanted it to go, but
It's gone everywhere I wanted it to go.
I'm gonna go where I was gonna start, which was in honor of Am I the Asshole? There are some stupidos. I'm gonna start by saying they're dumb, and I'm only using this as a segue because obviously I don't believe this. But there are some stupidos on the internet saying that Beyonce is an asshole because she took Usher's moment with her commercial and her music drops, blah, blah, blah.
Don't you dare.
Oh.
Are you serious? I didn't see any
So
of
I'm
that.
using that as a segue because we're not going to give any attention to that because it's dumb. It doesn't make any sense.
All right.
Because
All right.
as my friend Kid Fury said this week, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. Some of us who know our icons to be our icons, we looked at Usher, we loved him. His album dropped on Friday. We
Most
listened
watched
to it.
Super Bowl performance of all time.
Most watched Super
As it
Bowl
should.
performance, arguably, because I did on Twitter. It did give us that. You know when Twitter does that correction thing, they said that Usher's was 1.29 million and Michael Jackson's was
1.29. The number that I saw was bigger.
129, not
Oh,
1.29.
really?
Like of the
129.
numbers that they were showing, like all
Right.
the numbers were bigger. than
Michael
what I
said
thought.
133
million.
Yeah, 133 million or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
But whatever, I don't know what's true. It doesn't matter. All we know is Usher did great. He did amazing. Shout out to us for not bringing up Alicia Keys. She looked amazing. But we don't need to talk about the other things.
The other thing we can't talk about.
Because then that would make us assholes. But I was using that as a segue because there were people on the internet saying that Beyonce was an asshole because she took Usher's moment or whatever.
She did not.
She did not. However, now that we're talking about Beyonce, so the commercial,
Fantastic.
the 2 songs, the drop of Act 2.
Wasn't expecting a thing.
We were, first of all,
we were upset. Me and Bree were upset.
me and Tati were.
Yes,
Tell me
We
why.
were
I didn't
pissed.
know.
But
I didn't get to see it.
I have since
not like for real pissed.
no,
Go ahead.
but I also have since settled from that. But when I realized, like, I really don't. I do not think that she is going to. This isn't gonna. We're not at square one of Renaissance again. It's not like, all right, about to get ready for a tour. I don't
I
think
it's
so.
gonna be a little slower. I think so.
I think.
Thank God.
I saw somebody say that, like, maybe in lieu of a tour, we'll finally get, like, a full set of visuals like we didn't get from Renaissance. I think that's a possibility. I think a residency is a possibility. The Sphere
Residency
thing.
makes so much sense.
Also, so, okay, before I get into that, how do y'all feel about the 2 new drops? Texas Hold'em.
Oh, I thought you said job.